Okay, it's lesson 26. I'm doing reciprocals. Okay, now in English, when I do something to you and you do it back to me, we say we, each other. We see each other, we're talking to each other. In Michif, you do what's called a reciprocal ending. It's itto. Itto. For I could say, kuapamin, you see me, wapamtin. The reciprocal one would be kiwap mitonan. They see each other. Wap mitowak. I don't want them to see each other. Moya ndawe ten chiwap mitochik. Now, this is a really common part of, it's in a lot of words that you might, in Cree, for example, love, sagihitowin, wichehitowin. All of these words that you've probably come across in your reading, helping each other, loving each other. Love, includes this reciprocal aspect. Shagihitowak, they love each other. Wichehitowak, they're helping each other. So here's some examples from the dictionary, which is sort of the way I'm going here. Atoshkeo, they're working. There's a good rapport between them, i.e. they work well together. Miuitatoshke mitowak. Now, to say I'm working for somebody, or with somebody, you might have remembered if you went over my the paper I wrote on Michif, that would be wiitatoshke mao. So there's the wheat, which is with, and then at the ending it's you put the M on the end, like nagamo, we nagamo mao. I'm singing with them. Working, atoshke, nuitatoshke mao, be I'm working with him. So mio witatoshke mitowak means they work well with each other. You can see how it all sorts of builds up to that. There's good rapport between them. Sasakor ben, or miuitatoshke mitowak. Next one, reconcile. He will reconcile with his wife. Kakitwa mi moshaganitowak avec sa femme. So moshaganam means to gather together, like moshaganam is to gather something or to absorb. You say the cloth isn't moshaganam, the water, the cloth is absorbing the water. Anyway, so here we say they're gathering each other or gathering to each other. Moshaganitowak. He will and kihtwam means again. Kakihtwami, they will again. Moshaganitowak. Kakihtwami moshaganitowak avec sa femme. He will again. They will gather together with his wife. We will wed next week. Lotsme kawikitoyak. Lotsmen kuikitoyak. And I'll admit this sentence really throws me for a loop because they're using ka as in the little future tense, and they're also using a conjunct ending. We will, we getoyak. I would say lotzme we getoyak, but not ka. So this is cool for me. Or, well, it could just be ka if it was long. Ka we getoyak. Anyways, next one. This is a fun one. We have to organize if we want our treaty. Sapran tuch we chetoyak no treti we ayayako. Chetoyak no treti we ayayako. And this means sapran, it's necessary. Tut shui chetoyak, everybody to help each other. That we help each other. We cheheo, so we cheheo is to help somebody. We chetoyak is for us to help each other. That's kianan, not nianan. Sapranch tut shui chetoyak not treti we ayayako. Now that's ayahko, that's kianan, not nianan. Kianan, followed by it's we ayahko, we ayahko is conditional. That o ending is the conditional. In the same way you have we ayahke would be for nianan if we are to have it. No treti we ayahke, and then ayako is for kianan, if we're going to have it. Next one. These are some of them are really straightforward. They wrecked each other's cars. Bigwahtowak, they wrecked each other. Well, bigwahtowak, that means they ran into each other. Bigonam is to break something. Bigwaho is to bigonam is to break something kind of with your hand. Bigwahotowak, bigwaho is to break it, not really specifying how. Bigwahtowak is to do it to each other. Astray. That's badly. Mayahkamigishawak. Mayahkamigishawak would mean that they are doing badly. So liquor leads many people astray. Mischet lemod. Mayahkamigishitowak leboesonche. Many people. Mayahkamigishitowak. Now this doesn't mean that they're doing badly. They're doing it to each other, or causing each other to be doing badly, right? Leboesonche, because of drink. Mischet lemo mayahkamigishitowak leboesonche. Then achkamigishe is a word you'll come across quite often. It means kind of to do something, like what kind of a crime did he commit? Tanshika tachkamigishit. How did he offend? How did he commit? How did he do? What did he do? Okay, next, to cut each other. Tahkam is to stab. Tahkamitowak, they stabbed each other. And this would be like they bayoneted each other. The soldiers bayoneted each other. Gitahkamitowak li soldat avec li bayonet. Or they'll speak to each other. Kagito titowak. So gito is to say something, to speak. Gitowak, we have a sentence: pigs squeal when hungry. Liquashon gitowak ka shamichik. Kashamishchik. Okay, they squeal when they're fed. Ashamishchik. And again, that ishchik ending is one I'm going to do probably in the next or the one after that podcast lesson. Anyways, kagito titowak. Kagito. Kagito titowak. Kagitot is to say something. Kagito titowak is to say something to each other. So you can see how the words get built up. Kito, to speak. Kito tao, I say it to somebody. Kito titowak is to say something to each other. So I could say, oh, we've got to talk to each other sometime. Sapra chikato tito yahka shkao. We've got to talk to each other from time to time. So next one, there was a brawl at the dance. Gikihkatowak pinot nitowak dans la danse. So I don't know the first word, kihkatowak, but the next one, pinot nitowak dans la danse. Notnegeo, notineg. Okay, notinao would be maybe I fought at him. Notnegeo means okay, that igeo ending I'll be getting at later as well. Notinegitowak, that Notnegeo is to fight. Notnegitowak is to fight each other. Sorry. I think I just... No, notnitowak. And that's one of the words that almost is always in reciprocal form. Just like a dance. Ni mitowak, they're dancing, right? Ni miu is he's dancing. Ni mitowak is they're dancing together. So, if you're dancing La Gigla Rivière Rouge, probably you'd say, oh, awalom ni miu La Gigla Rivière Rouge. But if they're dancing a waltz, or something like that, the fox, well, something that's partners, you'd say ni mitowak. Next, collide. Pichpe hitok. That hk ending is one I will talk to about later as well. It just means kind of like a not specifying. To collide would be the best definition. They collided. Kipishche pe hitowak. Good friends shake hands when they meet. Les bons amis shag shishche nitowak kanagishkato chik. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how much more I have of this one. My daughter and her husband are harmonious. Okay. Shag shishche nitowak kanagishkato chik. Good friends shake hands when they meet. Both of those words, kshische nitowak, means they shake each other's hands. Ginagishka wow, as I met him. Nagishgato nan, we met each other. Or ka nagishgato chick, when they meet each other. My daughter and her husband are harmonious or get along well. Ma fille avec son mari, ça s'accorde bien, which is the very French way of saying it. Or ma fille égua son vieux, miuichetoak. Boy, that's a real contrast, eh? Ma fille avec, my daughter with, using the French word son mari, her, again a very French word, ça s'accorde bien, they get it well. Or ma fille égua son vieux, and now we're already using the Cree one for with. Miuichetoak. Now wiche wow, wiche wow is to go along with somebody, like ngawiche wow. Mon ami dans vilka tohteak. I'm going to accompany my friend when we go to town. Now, if you start saying they're accompanying each other, miuichewitoak means they're accompanying each other well. It's used to mean they get along well. Last example, wrestlers use headlocks on each other. Liquel tailleur apache tamatoak and headlock. Or liquel tailleur ayechinitoak parla tet. They're both using it on each other. I'm going to have to go fast here. Here's a good one. I'll finish this off with the example: rabbits propagate or reproduce, or houseflies multiply quickly. Shemak li mush ohpigehitoak. So ohpigyu is to be grown up. Ohpigeheu is to make somebody to be grown up. Ohpigehitoak is to make each other to be grown up, or to reproduce. Same sentence. Li liev ohpigehitoak. Rabbits reproduce. And I have to stop there. For assignment, just listen to a bunch of the recordings with Grace and try and find examples of ito in them. All right, thanks.